thinking about my problems. So let's talk about Christmas. Who like gingerbread men? No one? Okay, there are a few. I think gingerbread man is a gateway food to cannibalism. Never thought of that? That's because you're so bad at math. See? No, I just I saw a meme. It says 5 out of 4 people are bad at math. I think calling someone a thick face is very offensive to elephant. Each year over 500 people were killed by elephant. I think that's because we fail to care about their feelings. And elephant, they don't forgive people because they have a brick head. They remember everything. And they are more dangerous than they seems like they don't forgive. It's like Trump. Alright, so how many people here are young people? Raise your hand. Young people? How many of you guys, young people, are actively having sex? Okay, a few. All of you who are actively having sex are going to die. A horrible death in a horror movie. Because they always kill people who are young and actively sexual. It's like the producer never got any when they were younger, right? So, and then they look around, all these young friends, their friends were having sex. And it was like, one day I'm going to be rich and make a movie and I'm going to kill you all. So by now you know that my comedy comes from a dark place. And it's going to get progressively darker. So bear with me and let the darkness fall. Alright. I will stop if you tell me to. If you stop laughing, then I know I hit your limit. So let's go from there. So I've been single for my whole life. Because I've been intentionally dodging beaches. All day, every day. Because the truth is, okay, let me tell you the truth. The truth is they found me too good to be true. They said my accent's so funny, so many vocabulary. They think I must be faking my Chinese accents to seduce Canadian girls. It's like, they said I'm so fake. It's like you're playing a character. You're playing, you're doing an impression of white people's impression of Asian people. It's not fair! Don't they know my first language isn't English? My first language is love. It's so unfair. It's like being put on a sex offender registry. But you are still a virgin. How can you be a sex offender while you're still a virgin? I'm sure there are so many convicted rapists who were a virgin actually and then become not a virgin after they get sent into jail. So how do you become a sex offender while you're still a virgin? How? Let me tell you how. So you walk by the park and you can't hold your pee. And you look around, there were no people. So you pee, right? Secretly pee, and then someone tapped your back. It was the bike police. Little sneaky bastard, right? And it was like, officer, I don't know. What do you want me to do? Like, I can't hold my pee and there are no small people around. And you become sex offender. Sometimes it makes me wonder why the world is so full of suffering. And I figure, all right. I think that's because the girls always choose the bad boys. So the bad boy get to pass on the bad boy genes. So each year more bad boy babies are popping up, causing more trouble. And how do people get hit by TTC streetcar? They went on track. Does that not make them predictable? Sometimes I get into argument with TTC like driver, right? And they always call me racist. When I say you people, I thought TTC people, like worker are not a race. Alright, so sometimes I work out in YMCA and watch women do aerobic. Like, why do they play the music so loud when they exercise? Is it because they are trying to silence the inner dialogue? Like which the voice keeps saying like, you're fat. It's so fat. No, this is not a fat joke. This is just a joke to encourage women to like feel beautiful about themselves and don't judge their body. Okay? Alright. So raccoon has been watching me. You know, I live in this small room and they crawl the rooftop and they dig a hole and then they just saw me and they eat my noodles. Like in the kitchen, the noodle in the kitchen. The other noodles I can feel it, right? Eating my noodles and they're not even scared. They stare at you through the hole and like flex their muscle. It's like so arrogant. And speaking of animals, like I like to play with my gummy bear before I eat them. Like I make them talk to each other. Like green bear, yellow bear, and pink bear. Then this green bear is so talkative, right? He always asks this question like, do you think there's afterlife? The yellow bear is like, stop. Just stop asking all these questions. I just want to live my life. Then I chew the head off. But then I felt bad, you know, because when you think about it, like gummy bear is like being made to die for our selfish pet pleasures. So I feel bad and I glue the head back together with my saliva. Right? But then I switched the head. So green bear become yellow bear and yellow bear become pink bear. So I guess the moral of the story is cherish every moment. Because you don't know when you're going to die. What if God is like me? Have you ever wondered what turtles are thinking? I used to own turtles for like 3 times. But none of them last more than 4 years. Now that I'm older, right, I found out they don't breathe underwater. But what I did was I gave them a huge tank of water to live in, so day and night they have to struggle to stay afloat. But they look so alive. Like so much more alive than any other turtle. So when I look at other turtles, sometimes I wonder what are they thinking. But my turtles, they had no time to think. I lied. I never owned any turtles. They just symbolize my broken dream. Yeah. Sorry, Mom is talking in my head right now. Shut up, Mom, this is my moment to shine. Alright. So, what I feel lost. What am I doing? Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay. Do you want to have the power of teleportation?
Yeah.
Yeah? But you have to visualize the location you have to teleport to. It requires some mental work. You want it?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say you just watch porn and you saw someone's asshole, and for some reason that image in your head just stick around. And the more you try to stop thinking, it just can't go away. Then you just get teleported into someone's rectum and burst out of his or her asshole. So guys, this is to tell you that with great power comes great responsibility. Alright. There are some not so solid one. I never get to those new one. Because it's been so fun to talk about turtles and raccoons and all that. So, okay, let's talk about this one. One time, okay, my roommate saw me in the hallway and said like I was like doing my thing, and suddenly he hummed me. Like he was like yeah, suddenly hugged me. So I pushed him against the wall. Decided it's my time to come out and push him against the wall and like lift up his chin, and I told him, I asked him a question. Do you want me to chuck this fork up your ass? I think this is how the dragon got extinct, the big dragon, flying dragon. They have scale and everything, they're impenetrable, except from their asshole. Right? So those knights, they must be looking them to the ground, and they were like, this is the broadsword, okay? This one, imagine it, like this. So they were hiding under their ass, like... And that's why dragon went extinct. Otherwise, how do you kill a dragon? How? It's with fire and everything. I think this is how season 7 of Game of Thrones go down. That's why there are only 3 eggs left. If they have like some Asian people, okay, yeah, in the world there is no Asian people. That's why the dragon was still around. We study, we observe, we figure, we saw, identify weakness. Alright, so sometimes I'm very violent, that I almost scare myself. And I watch and I know Kung Fu. Because each day I watch like at least 1 self-defense videos. That's why I don't scare anybody. Sometimes I go out and saw those like big guy beating up random small guy. I wonder like how do you stop bullying? And I figure maybe like what if you find you again stick a knife up the ass. Then you run away, right? You run away. They're not going to catch you with a knife up the ass. You can't even drive, right? They will have to go to the hospital and get the thing fixed, right? So I think the answer to bullying is like recruit a bunch of skinny small guys who run really fast and give them a license to kill. Like all this little small knife. They're carrying like small knife police. Alright. Oh, it worked well. So sometimes I scare myself. Let me tell you a real story. One time I was in China town. Once upon a time in Chinatown, I bought a cup of bubble teas, milk tea, like they give me, they do a cap, a plastic cap that has a Hello Kitty on it, and it pisses me off because it's like copyright violation. So you know what I did to the Hello Kitty? I took a straw and poke her right at the mouth, or where her mouth should be. Then I sucked the milk out of her. And no one knows what I did to that poor cat. You know what? The Hello Kitty has no mouth, right? Well, now she does. Alright. So one time, my roommate and I are taking a shower together. In YMCA, the public shower, I have this problem with YMCA public shower, because there were always this fat guy taking shower near the exit, and the water land on their body and then it bounces off, creates a blast zone and cover everywhere around them. You can't really go around them without the water landing on the body and bounce off onto your body. Yeah, which is bad. It's bad. So my raccoon, they like to, not my raccoon, but the cocky raccoon in my rooftop, they like to watch my roommate having sex. they watch each of them having sex every night, like through the skylight. The whole family of raccoons. They like to spy on human. But my room doesn't have a skylight, but my room doesn't have sex either, so... Alright, when they were busy having sex, like so loud, I can tell what they're doing. Okay, now he is spitting into her mouth. Now this is time for the routine. I got all his routine down, right? Every night when he was doing that, I was being angry. And when he was doing that, I was alone writing poetry. Because this is how I release my righteous anger. It's like, God, why is this world so promiscuous? I don't know what else. So let's talk about my first kiss. It was 2014. How old do I look like, by the way? 20. 20? When you are twice the age of a girl and you're dating her, it's creepy. But when you are 150 years old and dating a high school girl, it's vampire love story. Alright. So, I can't believe this worked. This is my first time doing this joke, okay? And now I don't know, I'm kind of obsessed with animals, I think. Grizzly bear, did I pronounce it right? Grizzly bear, no? Those bastards, when you run into them, don't play that, because they will eat you starting from the feet. For an hour straight. It happened before. And the solution to that is you bring a bag of M&M and you throw it to the ground to distract them, because they are like ADHD child. Like, if you let the child to choose between sashimi, which is human sashimi, to like bear, like, and M&M, they choose M&M. So that's how you get the distract them. But for those people who don't even know that they fought the bear, like those 60 years old middle-aged white guy. Like the man versus the beast. They watch too much TV, and they actually did it, and they actually killed the grizzly bear like this tall, 8 feet tall, with their bare hand. But he died too. The thing is, that I always lose to those 60 years old white guy in arm wrestling. I don't know why. They always do 400 push-ups a day and they have sex 3 times a day, according to him. But I don't know if that's true. But he beat me in arm wrestling. But I can beat most of you in arm wrestling. If you don't believe me, we can do it later. But how did this guy beat a bear to death? How? Do you pull their hair down and then the kneecap push the poke the eyes? And then you poke through the eyes and then grind the brain? Because you can't really beat a bear because they have a fatty armor, right? Like it's like when you were in grade school, like in the playground, and you got into a fight with a kid during winter. Everybody has a winter coat, right? You remember that those helplessness when you hit the coat and it doesn't really absorb the damage? This is how it feels like to fight a grizzly bear. Alright? So, okay. They said, wait, they said if you take fish oil, it makes you smart, right? Then how come the fish isn't smart? Because like the whole fish is like fish oil, right? It's like running inside them. Like they said they only have 9 seconds of memory. I think this is just a self-delusion. They do remember. We human tell those lies to justify our cruelty to animals, right? And put them into small tank. Right? So they swim back and forth and look into the mirror, like the reflection through the window of the tank. You know what I'm saying? I look at the reflection and wonder, how do I look like when I cry? But I will never know because I'm already in water. Then they swimming back and forth and wonder about the same thing. Because every 9 seconds they forget. So it has been my set. Thank you. Bye.
All right, let's do it for a second one more time.